Hello and welcome to our little video tour of our 2.56 acre property up in Kennedy Meadows, Tulare County on the southeastern side of the Sierra Nevada mountain range. If you're not familiar with Kennedy Meadows, I thought I would just show you some pictures of the area entering into Kennedy Meadows, just to give you an idea of what the area is like. You can see population 200. It's a pretty quiet place. There's some mailboxes. That's where you would have your mailbox for that property. And that's also where you would turn right off of Kennedy Meadows Drive, up that road right there. That's called Up the Hill Road. Just really beautiful country. This is standing on the northwest corner of the property, looking onto the property. This was shot in September. Everything stays pretty green all year long. The water table is pretty high up here. We're panning over, and that white water tank over there marks the beginning of your neighbor's property at the very end of your property. There's a little rock outcropping there on the northern side. Now what I've done here, I just shot some video on the very front edge of the property, and I did a full panorama. So you can see the neighbors' properties and the whole surrounding area. This property is 671 feet long and 166 feet wide. That's a pretty sizable property. And there is the southern fence, and that over there is lot 28. The lot that we're talking about is lot 27. And the lot next door is undeveloped. Actually, the lot next below you to the south is undeveloped, and the one above, you have actually a lot of space on both the north and the south. This is the property on your western side, the neighbor's property. This man actually had a water well drilling service for years, and he just recently sold his water well drilling rig. I think he's still in the business of servicing wells, but not drilling. And that's back a ways, just kind of a wide panoramic shot. This is a little rock outcropping about halfway back on the north side. It's up about 6 feet, I suppose. Kind of a nice feature to stand up there and give you a little bit more of an overview. Now I've stepped back about 100 feet or so. At 4 different places in this video I do a full 360 panorama, giving you, I think, a pretty good sense of what the property is like. This is, close up to the front edge of the property. And on the front edge, the west edge of the property, there's a lot of manzanita and shrub. And the back half is a lot of trees. That fence over there, that's the fence on the southern property. And that's a full 360. Some more pictures on here. As far as utilities in this area, you would need to provide your power. A lot of solar panels and windmills you'll see up in this area. That's what most people use. You'd need a well. Fortunately, the water table is 280 feet. It's pretty shallow, meaning wells are pretty affordable. Now, I've gone back into the first little section of trees and doing a little panoramic here. And then I want to show you how tall these trees are. These are not small trees. I don't know about you, but I just love big trees. So drilling a well is typically about $20 to $25 a foot, and 280 feet. It's pretty affordable. Everyone's got propane tanks and septic systems. Soil is pretty sandy, so you wouldn't have any problem with the septic tank. There is phone service up in this area, and there's also high-speed internet. It's a Ducor telephone company just some years ago started running phone service. Once you pull a building permit and get your address, once you have an address, you can have the phone company come out and put a little box on your property for you. This is a really popular area, Kennedy Meadows, for sportsmen. This is hundreds of miles of trails for hiking, horseback riding, off-road vehicles, fishing. You're just a few miles from what they call the high country. You take Kennedy Meadows Drive, another 5 miles or so, and you get off and walk a bit. And I'll show you some pictures at the end of this video of what the high country looks like. Now this is the very back of the property. That's the fence marking the back. It's just the posts. And here is probably where I would put the house or the cabin. I just thought I'd do a little 360 on the spot that I think is kind of, well, I would want it to be kind of ensconced in the middle of some tall trees. Just show you what that would look like. Probably have to cut down a couple trees if you want to put a sizable house. Not necessarily. And there's the back of the property. There is a homeowners association up in this area. It's not a mandatory one. You can join it, and then you can kind of participate in discussions, like $35 a year, and then it gives you a right to vote on issues. The homeowners association, you can look it up on the internet. It's Kennedy Meadows Homeowners Association. That's an overview. You might want to do a little screenshot of that if you'd like to capture that image, but that's shows you that, of course, the white area is the property in question, and then the surrounding properties, and that shows you the topography. It snows in the wintertime, not serious snow. This is Grumpy Bear's tavern, restaurant and tavern. This is the general store. This is kind of the busy hubbub. You can buy propane, you can buy gasoline, you can buy whatever you need. This is the high country, just not far from where you would be situated. It's beautiful, and this is, again, where people like to hike up and do fishing, or you can imagine riding a horse through country like that, how pretty that would be. So if you have any questions, there's the website, there's my phone number, and there's my email address. I would be happy to answer any questions you have, even if you're just a little bit curious. So there you go. I think that gives a pretty good feel for what the property's like. Talk to you later. Bye.